They must be kidding me. Somebody shake me, I'm dreaming. A private owned company wants to take me to get sound, you see. 24 square miles of towers, spinning profits for their corporate powers. Save our sound, Nantucket sound, silently screaming. Save our sound, Nantucket sound. Don't let them get their way. Each tower tears up horseshoe show, 16 feet wide and 80 deep, as our ecosystem grows. This power isn't cheap.
You know what? That's a big thing we can't back up. That's what I'm going to be doing for you. And I really appreciate you letting me come here without any regulations whatsoever. Arrgh, it's a fighting thing to find a treasure like this down here. No regulations. What a great idea. And there's
no for sale.
What do you mean it's not for sale? I'd be more than happy to take it. I'll take it. It's not for sale. I'm not going to be buying it. I'm going to be taking it. Is what I'm going to be doing.
No, not for us.
Yes, I am.
Great idea.
Where are you taking this great idea?
Bad location. Great idea. Bad location.
Think about all the shellfish that'll be going up to that 130 turbines. And don't worry about it. It'll only be 40 stories high. That's all it'll be.
Take your pirates and get out of here. This is not yours for taking. It belongs to all of us. It doesn't belong to you.
I got no pirates. Oh, look at this. I got a scuba diver that wants to come on. Well, who's coming aboard? I'll take the pilot. What do you care about the safety, Mr. Pilot? And the fishermen? And what about all the birds? I'd be giving them all the turbines. Would be great little nesting places for the birds. They would be.
Oh, bad idea, bad idea.
Oh, you're thinking, oh, 1, 2, 3. Great idea. Bad location. Great idea. Bad location. Great idea. Bad location.
Matthew Patrick. Oh, I'm sorry, I don't know. So John is not here and Ron are not here. Is that right? No. John Allman is not here. John Allman is not here. I'm here. You're here. Okay. So let's go to George Chuckie Green.
No, you have State Representative Matt Patrick here to speak.
Okay. Is he here?
Here I am.
I'm sorry.
I know I'm small, but
No, I'm just involved in my case. Too much paperwork.
Well, thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you all for being here tonight. It is a pleasure to see you, and it's an honor to speak here in favor of this project. I'm State Representative Matthew Patrick of the 3rd Barnstable District. I'm a longtime member of the legislature's Telecommunications, Utilities, and Energy Committee. I have volunteered many years to environmental causes on Cape Cod. Before joining the legislature, I was the executive director of Self-Reliance, the nonprofit energy advocacy and research organization, for 15 years. I led a successful effort to save the Quashnet River Valley from imminent development and was co-chair of the campaign to pass the Cape Cod Commission Act. My support for Cape Wind was always based upon it passing the environmental impact review, and to date, it has done so. Tonight, I am going to offer some new information that you should consider. Based on information I have received as a member of the Energy Committee, it is my opinion that it is likely that the Canal Power Plant will be shut off most of the year if the Cape Wind project is built, and a peak load shedding program is implemented. For a little more than a year, the Canal Power Plant has been kept running only because of a transmission restriction in southeastern Massachusetts. If not for this transmission restriction, the canal power plant would be shut off most of the year because it could not compete due to the high price of oil. Southeastern Massachusetts ratepayers are now paying $9 million a month, $9 million a month extra to keep the canal power plant running at about 17% of its capacity, and we don't even need the electricity. The National Electric Reliability Council, or the NERC, requirements call for operating the system to protect for the loss of 2 major transmission lines within a 30-minute period. Keeping the canal power plant running satisfies this requirement. NSTAR, which is our local utility, is starting a Department of Public Utilities proceeding to install system upgrades that will improve, but not fully relieve the problem. I will ask the ISO, Independent Service Operator of New England, and the Department of Public Utilities to waive the requirement to run the canal power plant in off-peak hours and instead implement a load shedding program after the short-term upgrade is completed. The NERC standards do allow for load shedding in the event there is a 2-line loss. The added generation of Cape Wind coupled with the peak load shedding program would greatly assist in relieving the need to keep the canal power plant running, except for extreme peak load requirements which usually occur in the summer months here. However, wind monitoring in Nantucket Sound during summer peak hour usage shows that there have been strong winds that would complement the high demand load profile of the Cape and the Islands. Thank you very much for your consideration.
Thank you very much. Chuckie, selected.
Good evening. I'm here tonight to voice the opinions, first of all, of my town and my community, who, being the only town on Cape Cod who's taken a referendum and voted 2-1 to oppose this project. Our reasons being, first of all, the economic impacts on our communities. Taking away the horseshoes would be a vital resource that we depend on as a tourism-based community to fund our summers, to make us a viable community for our summer homes, which the south side of our town basically takes up 51% of our tax base. So when you start to affect that, that is going to affect our whole community. The other reason that I'm up here tonight is I'm representing the Mattawampanoag tribe. I am the Tribal Historic Preservation Officer of the tribe, and I'm also the Assistant Environmental Administrator. The tribe, Mashpee Wampanoag. Wampanoag means people of the first light. Historical, cultural, religious values that we place on the Sound are immense. Celestial ceremonies are held. The blocking of those views of that sunrise would be an issue to the tribe. We also claim that there are burials out there. Our history, our oral history tells us that Horseshoe Shoals 10,000 years ago was above ground. In your report, you say to mitigate that, if you find human remains, something will be done for mitigation. Tell me how in 60 feet of water, drilling a hole, you're going to notice human remains. I would be real glad to hear that answer because I don't think it's possible. Besides that, we have fishermen. We have fishermen in our community that depend on the charter boats, depend on people coming here to fish the horseshoe. The horseshoe is the place where the stripers and the blues go after the water gets a little colder because they're fast fish. They like to run in open waters. They don't like to hunt amongst obstacles. So that resource will be taken away from us. We can't see that being an acceptable thing to the tribe or to the town. Then we look at our environment. I am also the environmental coordinator for the tribe. Environmentally, the horseshoe crab, for one. Marine fisheries determined that it's substantial habitat for the horseshoe crab. The horseshoe crab is being threatened up and down our coast for bait, for medicinal purposes also. If we eliminate a generation by this construction, what will be the impact? Then we have the summer flounder, the fluke. Marine fisheries is by restricting our fishermen's ability to go out and earn a living, we've increased those stocks. Now we go, we stir up the water, make it so turbulent that the juvenile fish die off, and we lose a generation of those fish. How do we replace that? How do we put that back? With electricity? I can't see that happening. I can't see that this is a good place. It's a great idea. The town of Mashpee is very active in researching wind power. We're very active in looking at these problems. It's a great idea. It's just the wrong place to do it.